Shit. Oh, hello and welcome to episode 17 of Fully Charged Europe. I am Admirable. You can see we've got a bumper crop of faces here. Everybody's actually got a cam for once. This is incredible. We've got the usual suspects on the panel, minus Warher, yeah. CommanderX sitting over there looking handsome. Kaidus looking like Michael Jackson. And our guests, Flushy representing Phoenix, smzi from Main Call, and Knutsson, the Burger King from his own team, is like named after him, the Knutsson Rollerbladers. And of course, we got John on the camera. Ever beautiful. How's everybody feeling tonight? Are we going to create some drama, some gossip? You guys holding anything back for me for the fans out there?
The fans out
there,
I
guess so.
Probably aren't watching.
Flushy told me he has some gossip. I don't know if it was just the fact that he dropped more Ubers than Knutsson.
No, there was one map. There was one tonight when I think I dropped one Uber and Knutsson dropped 0, so I outdropped you, kiddo. Get on my level.
I can get to my level.
But then you dropped for the next game, so I was like, fuck. I didn't even believe it.
I did.
Is anyone sure that we're live? Because nothing is loading on the stream for me.
Great banter.
Welcome to behind the scenes on Fully Charged, where you get to see all the technical difficulties we experience. There's no obvious stream on the stream page either.
Are you streaming to Blackout or something?
Are you streaming through MVC stream? Should I go back to MVC stream?
Rookie mistake. There's loading. No, never mind. Okay.
This is not live.
Wait, I'm gonna adjust my hats then.
On a scale of 1 to live, this is Michael Jackson.
Oh!
Wow.
Too soon.
It's not showing up.
No, it's literally not live. I'm glad I said something. I almost didn't. We could be going for a long time.
I don't understand the Michael Jackson though.
Oh! I see. Action. Something's live. So is all of this going to be streamed now? Our big conversation about it being live.
God.
So
good thing I made that Michael Jackson joke.
Can I confirm that we are live? But incredibly delayed.
Why was there a delay on?
Might as well start from the beginning again. Admirable.
Well, we didn't really cover a lot.
But I was about to unload some gossip, man.
Alright, are we ready?
Oh, and then I need to take the piss out of Knutsson again. Fuck.
We are live actually, right? So you can just start talking now.
Yeah, welcome to...
Oh, okay. Hi.
Shut the fuck up, man.
I made you my burger, shut up.
Welcome to Fully Charged Europe. It's episode 17. And as I said already, I'm just going to repeat myself again. We're minus War tonight on the panel. He is handling his business, but we do have the usual suspects, CommanderX, Kaidus, and myself, Admirable. We got John on the... And we're joined by a selection of Prem guests here. We got smzi, Derulo, Main Call, Scout, Flushy playing medic for Phoenix, and his medic nemesis, Knutsson, the Burger King, playing for the Knutsson Rollerbladers. And we're here to discuss what's been happening in Europe and what is coming up.
Burger?
You were eating pipes a lot earlier today.
What did I eat? But hey,
what a setup.
You're not balanced. Hello? You were supposed to say that, not talk shit about me.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to get this? Do you want to air this quickly first, guys? I know there's some beef going on here between Flushy and Knutsson.
Yeah, people say I'm dropping a lot. I don't understand them.
How many Ubers out of 4 maps did you drop today, Knutsson, for the record?
Maybe 0.
There was one map. Sure. There was one map against us on process. You dropped 4, I think. That was pretty sick, man.
Yeah, 12 Ubers actually I dropped tonight. Out of 4 maps. But one map I won versus you, so yeah.
There's a Dignitas aggro numbers, man. But yeah, good games.
Look at me, he dropped more Ubers than anyone last season, and he's the king. He's the best medic. Drops don't matter, that's why I keep telling myself. But I'm going to keep this conversation moving. First on the agenda tonight, we're going to look back at the Nations Cup. A few people here even played in it. Kaidus, tell me how the Nations Cup finished up.
France won, and we did not win.
Yeah, that's how it broke down in the end, but let me see if I can whip up the old bracket real quick. So making it through to the last 8 was Poland, Germany, England, Denmark, Lithuania, Finland, France, and Sweden. Knutsson, tell me about the France-Sweden game. Did you even play on that one? That was,
yeah,
was that the game that...
It was our first... That was my first game as medic, actually.
Zebo insisted on playing Scout, and you guys didn't have a decent soldier or a decent pocket. Was that it? What was that all about? Did he just do it for his country?
Yeah, we played a PCW, and then we had smzi as a roamer, and apparently he didn't hit anything, and he was really shit. So he said, "I'm going to do more as a scout." So we tried to find a new way around that, and we figured out we get Lars lane instead as roamer, and benching B, I think it was. So smzi was doing his normal duty as he's doing for in my team now, whatever we call Knutsson team, I don't know, and. I think we did pretty well compared to how we played before, so I'm not disappointed, but the branches were better. I can't remember.
It's not really...
I think it was really messy, normally.
It's not really like an upset that France beat Sweden. It was more the manner that it happened. It seemed like Sweden were just not giving a fuck. Were you guys really trying?
We never had a scrim. We only had one the day before, so I don't know if that's tryharding or not. That was my first nation. I don't know how they know
many nations teams.
Badlands.
Though.
Badlands was a good game, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was close games, really.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to
I can't remember what maps we played either, so I'm not the guy with the memory. No one eating here.
In that same round, Lithuania beat Finland. They went on to play France and lost over 3 maps. But on the other side of the bracket, it was England, Germany. And that game was pretty one-sided compared to what a lot of people expected. smzi, a lot of Germans turning down, not answering Germany's call. Like Ips refused to play, and now I heard he's been dropped from the 6v6 team on ETFTL. What was the story behind that? Why is there no commitment from the real true best Germans? We're shocked. Where's Ips? Where's smzi?
I played in the semi-final. I just didn't play in the third place decider match. Because I didn't see a point in playing that. Like, what's the point in keying it up for this game? Like, people actually wanted to scrim and keying it up for the third place game, but not beforehand. So I was not really interested in doing that. For the semi-finals, I think I said it after the game already. We just got rolled on the combo mostly, and never really had a grip on the game. So yeah.
What did you think about the new German players that stepped up? Like Blue seemed to be doing really well. Obviously he's quite known, but we saw Kerry playing in the bronze game as well.
Yeah.
Thai even came back. Apparently he's looking for a team. What's the prospects like for the future of Germany? Maybe next year's Nations Cup. Is there a new generation coming through?
It probably will be a completely different team, depending on who is actually willing to play throughout the next year. But I don't think it will be the same lineup. There will be a lot of changes for me.
And I want to know why
Blue is probably the biggest rising star right now in Germany, I would say. He is the guy that will go far. I think he's just busy with school at the moment, but next season he will come and conquer.
Who's he playing for this season?
Not a lot. I think he's just focusing on his studies for school. It's his last year, so his final exams coming up, I guess.
No call up for Sonny Black then?
No, Sonny Black is our team manager, and he can murk for us from time to time like he did today, so it's all good. He's quitted already.
So, Kaidus, give me the English perspective then. You played in some of the games, and some of them you didn't play in. Did you only play because they were desperate? They'd run out of players, or?
For the semi-finals, Stark was lagging, so I stepped in. And yeah, I can't even really remember the game, but I think it was pretty easy, a lot easier than I was kind of expecting, but I didn't really have any perspective going in because I hadn't paid attention to what was going on. But yeah, as for the final, I kind of left Buttnose to sort everything out when I stopped playing TF2 for a bit. And for the final, he just kind of asked everyone, what they thought the best roster to use would be. But in the end, France won, and I think that was like the fair result. I think like of all the nations teams, they probably. I think like I knew they were looking for games and stuff, so I think like they'd probably deserve to win.
I think
I've got a question.
If you
that nobody's
maybe
asked.
used a
It's really
different medic.
flushy though. Yeah, that's just about to say that. Like nobody has asked this question. Why? Well, it's Raymond playing. He's obviously very good too, but Flushy's active. He's fought his way into Prem here. Why didn't you give the kid the chance?
I was already in Prem, Admirable, man.
Yeah, but you're back.
Well,
you know, you've come back and you've proven yourself.
When the Nations Cup started, he was in like Div 2, so it didn't really occur to me. Whereas Raymond was
also,
like doing it up pretty large.
I didn't see the game, but did Raymond have anything to do with them losing it?
Well, I don't think Raymond played his best game in the final, but he was pretty flawless up till flawless. He played pretty damn well up till the final.
No, he played
but
good.
In the final, we were just kind of bad in the final. Like he did so well, like survived so well up until then, but in the final, like we just kept ditching him and screwing him over basically. Like T-Mac killed him so many times, and I don't know, like he probably was slightly off his game. I would have expected him to survive slightly more of those situations, but at the same time, we're the ones who exposed him to those situations. So, yeah. I think France just wanted them all. Like they tried hardest. They had one of the strongest rosters, and they put the effort in. So it was the fair result at the end of the day. I don't think.
What did you think about Butno deciding to cut Permzilla and play himself in the final with Stark?
Well, Permzilla was always backup, so that was pretty much like the roster we used. I think in the final was the roster we had always intended to play with. Like
Permzilla ended up. Who's the better scout? Is it Permzilla or Butnos? Who should have played?
In the final with Stark on scout, Butnos should have played.
Anyone else got an opinion? I'm trying to create some drama here.
I think Butnos is the better scout. No offense to Permzilla.
I think Permzilla would have been a better fit though, because Permzilla usually plays pretty passive and Stark is like really aggressive, and if you have like both scouts constantly suiciding it, it might be kind of counterproductive as well. But
wait, what did I hear? Stark is aggressive? What?
Yeah.
Stark isn't really aggressive. Stark tends to just go and make plays quite a lot, but we had a pretty, like, between me and War, like we had a pretty heal-heavy combo anyway, so I think there wasn't really the heals available for Permzilla to shine, because he plays best when he's allowed to sit in this position with the medic, and if you have three guys doing that, because I mean, I was playing pretty passive as well, because I haven't really touched the game, apart from these few Nations Cup matches, so I was playing like quite passive, so I needed heals to kind of prop me up, like to get the rust off me. And War, when he plays pocket, it's kind of like when he plays demo. Like he likes to take like a lot of heals and play like this.
You mean like 45% of heal?
Well, yeah, but he likes to take the heals, and I had to take some heals to kind of, because I just wasn't really on my best game. So I don't think it was the right game to have Permzilla or any scout that wanted to sit around the heals that much.
What did you think of War's pocket game? Could he compete in Prem playing pocket?
Yeah, he did just fine. Like, I don't think he played his best game in the final either. It was kind of like a common theme for most of us. But up to the final, everything I saw was pretty top notch. But like, I don't know. I haven't like reviewed the final because obviously it was the final, so there's nothing really to gain from looking at it. But I got the impression he didn't play as well as he could have done. But the same is said for I think all of us really.
Did War mirror someone? Air shots as people in?
Probably.
Oh really?
Didn't check the air shot logs, but I think it's a safe bet.
Oh, look it up.
We'll get our researchers on that right away. But just to wrap things up in the Nations Cup, it was France who took it over England over 3 maps, and then the bronze match that happened last night, Lithuania beat Germany in 2. So there was
oh my god,
a lot of money divvied up there, and of course TT Esports sponsoring that with some gaming mices. Thanks to those guys. Thank you for organising it. But we'll jump ahead and we'll take a quick look back at another TT Esports event, the Teamfortress.tv Invitational number 4 that went down, was it last weekend? We had almost the top 8 teams we were missing. The Frenchies' new team LBC, they couldn't make it. But the end result of that was that, of course, main call won as predicted, but BK stepped up and confirmed themselves as true contenders, made it all the way to second. And 425 finishing third. I thought that people were underrating them a lot in the seedings beforehand. CX and kaidus, you cast most of that. Give me your thoughts on the tournament.
It was pretty good. It was a shame that LBC or whatever they're called weren't there, because I think they're probably like grand final contenders. I think it's kind of a shame to miss out on that kind of team.
I think maybe the French team have been hyped a little bit too much. I don't know if people agree with that. They've obviously got some good players in their roster, but their PCW results haven't been that great. I think to say something like they would have made it to the grand finals is a big statement.
I'm talking about the season rather than.
Let me flip that back on you, dude. Your PCW results were great. You had the great screenshots to get in the Prem, and you choked in the Cup, dude. BK had terrible PCW results, and they finished second.
BK, I think BK obviously probably most definitely the second favorite team in Europe at the moment, but I think 425 were massively underestimated in the tournament, and I know, like myself, certainly I was trolling them quite a bit, and everybody else was trolling them, but they've actually got good gameplay, and they've got their Russian meta game, which they play really well, and maps like Process, they're very difficult to play on, so I think they deserve a lot of credit there. But yeah, we got trashed by 425, so that felt bad. But yeah,
I don't really give a shit what the PCW results say. Like, the French team is full of proven players that are going to kind of deliver when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Even if you were to highlight potentially a weak link, I'll just throw out some people say Exxon is a weak link.
Exxon probably, yeah.
But if you look back at some of the history of his games, he has a kind of a weird record of just turning up in big games when it matters. And I think really they should get to playoffs. I know the playoffs are a bit different this season, but really you'd expect them to get there. And they're the kind of players that just even if they don't practice that much, they just they have this chemistry because they're all from the same group of online friends and this sort of thing. They have a lot of history together. So I think when it comes down to it, they'll be able to perform. So
it's a fucking AIDS team too. I couldn't imagine being in that mumble. Can you imagine being in that mumble or having to sit in that mumble for 3 hours every single day for 4 days a week? Oh my god.
With who?
Saying that often.
Which team? Which team? Oh.
The French team. They've got some personalities, man. Jeez.
Flippy's
the active, depressed. Oh, that guy's active. I haven't really seen him around. The Frenchies.
We'll talk about them more when we take a look at season 19, but just looking back at the bracket here, I've got on screen, we had Coast to Coast and Cool Clan going out as predicted, 7th and 8th.
Yeah, that's shit.
Furbo Pandas.
We should ask Flushy what happened there in the Cup.
Furbo Pandas, I think, finished in their seeding as well, but then.
What happened with us?
You lost.
You lost 425.
Yeah,
we
had a really close game against BK. It was really, really good, and then we lost 4-3 on Process. I think it was. I already said 425 played really good.
That is surprising as well, to be honest.
425 are really inconsistent with how they play. One game they'll be really difficult to play against, and other times they'll just roll over and get crushed.
But I mean, Admirable, I agree that BK are probably the second best team, but they dropped a map against 425 as well.
Yeah, so. I think everybody beat BK pre-season, even Cool Clan. What the fuck? But I got asked, man.
It's fucking easy when the medic drops 4 readers a game.
Wait, didn't they have a different team versus us?
I don't know.
They
played with Team and shit versus us? Or was that another team?
Are you sure you weren't playing the French team, Knutsson?
No,
it sounds like you're playing the French team.
I've got asked though, Flushy, do you think?
Yep.
Do you think the Phoenix hype from the pre-season, you guys finished second in the Logjam Cup against Main Call in a pretty close game? People might say that was the map that made the scoreline 2-1 or whatever it was. But you would come into this tournament and you had good screenshots. You were being highly rated by the admins. The team seemed to rate you as well, but you didn't live up to your seeding. Do you think that you were overhyped a little bit, or just that you underperformed in the day?
No, I think credit to 425. They played a really, really good Process map. Really, really difficult to play on, especially when it's best of one. And on paper, you're the better team. The other team has nothing to lose. You always have a chance of going out if you don't play to. If everybody plays 90% plus, then on paper you should probably go through, but we didn't. So credit to them. But I think like, you just got to take it on the chin. Like we did a lot of trolling before the tournament. We trolled a lot. We trolled 425. We trolled coast to coast, and to be fair, they are pretty trash. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we lost. So yeah, good game.
Have you learned from that then?
Sorry?
You know, like obviously you guys are on the sort of upward curve here. You're coming into Prem. You're trying to learn as quickly as possible. Like every defeat, are you growing stronger as a team? Are you investing a lot of time, like looking at your own demos and stuff like that? How keen are you guys?
At the moment, we're not really that keen. But I mean, the tournament as a whole, I think the tournament showed that Prem could actually be very, very exciting this year, and the teams are a lot closer than people think. I mean, 425 coming through, GG World Player with a new roster, Death on Demo. I mean, you got Knutsson's team, BK, and you got Main Core. There's some really good teams in Prem actually, so I think it could be a lot closer than people think. And I think in the certainly mid to lower table, teams are going to be taking points off each other. So it could be a lot closer than people think. I don't know.
I don't think
Main
it's going to be
probably
close.
run away with it.
Yeah, well, flushes at the end. I think it's going to be close between everyone except for Main Core. Like even in the tournament, they weren't really challenged that hard by anyone, particularly. No, I can't remember.
That was our first game that tournament as well as a full team. So yeah. They're going to have a challenge. We're going to win the whole thing. What are you talking about?
How many Ubers did you drop Knutsson in the tournament?
Yeah, but today, you know, we have official tomorrow, so we're doing all the crappy plays tonight, and tomorrow we're going to, I don't know who we play though, so yeah, we're going to win.
Get out of your system. You're playing the Frenchies tomorrow, man. That's going to be a tough game. Well,
yeah, but stick to the topic. That's what are you doing?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That's coming up later, man. But of course, Sam, you're sitting here silent, but you guys won the tournament. How much of a difference was it playing with Mike instead of War? There obviously had the Merc.
I think Mike is a great demo, and so is War. So from my perspective, it wasn't that much of a difference. Ibs will probably say a completely different thing about it, because like he kind of has to interact with the demo more than I do. But yeah, from my perspective, it was like not that big of a downgrade or upgrade or whatever, however you want to see it.
And Ibs has said, like, I've been talking to him since the inception of this team, and he's always had this vision. You know, he's thinking towards the next summer's LAN. Like, how important was that tournament to you guys? Did you ever doubt that you were going to win it, or were you always fully confident that you're just outclassing everyone in Europe at the minute? Do you ever have close games?
Well, obviously we also have like close games in PCWs and also in the cup. Like I think the final scores were really close, and upper bracket final against the upper bracket final against BK also was like pretty close. But like overall, we always thought we were gonna win it. Like that's just our like the mindset we wanna keep up, just win everything pretty much.
Yeah, and it's gonna be impressive to watch you guys. Hopefully, all of Europe are rooting for Main Call to build themselves up into the super team that they're being built as right now for the hopeful international LAN next summer, maybe, whatever.
Why are you hating us so much?
Hating you?
Yeah, we're gonna beat them. What are you talking about?
Come on, man.
We have a bunch of off classes doing really well. We get our shit together.
That's true, actually.
Rip them.
I've been really impressed by
I don't
Zappis.
think any of us played really good though in the cup final.
Zappis hasn't been good, man. Zebasai, oh my god, that guy is an absolute nightmare to play against. Like he just WMs one into your team like Himsy style.
Yeah, but Zeb was played a season of Scout before. I just was impressed by the fact that Zappis picked up a lot of the roamer mechanics so quickly.
Zappis is better as roamer than
definitely a better roamer than Scout.
It really surprised me. We thought we were gonna swap Zebasai and like Zappis immediately after this season or something, but he improved so much. Can
I ask Knutsson something?
What's up?
Like, no offense to her P, but when you compare him to the rest of the team and you look at the logs after every single game, I don't know. Like, if you picked up a better scout, do you not think you'd have a better chance against Main Call?
I think Benny got these kind of questions. That is a good question, and. Well, to be honest, yeah. I mean,
I don't even think he'd mind me saying that. Like he hasn't been good at all when he's played against us. He's always playing 12 to 20 or something. And if he picked up a scout like if you just picked up a scout like Sheepy, like I think you guys would fucking roll main
This
core.
guy like
Oh
Sheepy.
my
Sheepy
God.
against Smzi. Come on.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
the
God.
thing with Herpy, you have to think,
Yeah.
we have smzi. smzi asks a lot, he wants to do a lot of things. He still wants to be in every Uber, he still wants to be there with the healings when it's really needed, with the aggression. And if you were a pocket scout, you wouldn't really want anyone else to take your Ubers and shit like that. That's why P is good. He's doing all the bit shop. Really.
Like, watching Happy play at times is like he gets to watch while 4 guys go and die, and then he has to like run away with his medic and do nothing, like shoot these 3 damage shots across the map as he's just forced to fall out with you. Like I just see this time and time again.
That was a very diplomatic answer, Knutsson. That was well played, mate. Well played, dude.
Yeah, I'm awesome.
Let's
I think it's gonna be better later on, to be honest.
I'm a fan of Happy. I'm a fan of Happy for the record. Like, I think he played good at LAN.
I'm a fan of Happy, but I'm just gonna say shit. What? What?
I want to keep
No,
talking about
he played
the
good at LAN, but
rollerbladers.
like again, like when he plays 12 to 20. Like, what the fuck?
You should check the logs that someone posted. I
Yeah,
already
but
posted them.
at least he's not the one dying all the time and shit like that, compared to others. I'm not saying any names, so that's why.
Okay.
Let's transition into the playoffs. Keep talking about the rollerbladers though, because they did the honourable thing and they put themselves down into the playoffs when the ETFTL admins were actually happy to give them a straight spot in Prem. These guys are true gentlemen. BK, why did you decide to do that? Did you want the games? Did you want to put yourself under pressure, or did you just a sort of honour thing?
I didn't even know that. That was the first time I heard that. So yeah, I guess it was smzi doing that. Yeah, he wanted to play more games to get more into it, and with the officials games, I suppose. So that yeah, that makes sense, to be honest. We get more practice of official than PCWs. Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't hear it, so I'm cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bigging you guys up, but like main call said they would play as well, but I think everyone just assumed they were good enough. But
yeah, all new teams, if you ask me, everyone should want to play, because you kind of want to see where you are at and what you need to work on and stuff like that. And you only do that on official mostly, because that's when people try more.
So just sort of bringing everybody up to speed on what happened in the playoffs. It was like a sort of headless double elimination of 4 teams. It was coast to coast. eShock, Cool Clan, and the Knutsson Rollerbladers. Cool Clan and Coast to Coast lost their first games, then played each other, and Cool Clan came out on top. Yes. But then in the BK eShock game, it went to 3 maps, and that surprised a lot of people. Probably scared yourself. So you didn't know that you could have been in Prem for free Knutsson, but talk to me about that eShock game. It went right down to the wire.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about before. They had teamwork. They had really good setup with the teams. Teamwork was really good there. Well, I wouldn't say we played really awesome. I was really annoyed in that game. I was actually visiting the dentist, and I normally sleep a lot too, so I was really grumpy. Usually I hear that would come to it would have been hilarious for you guys. But yeah, that's all I can say. I thought the team was really good there with T-Mac combo. Bold was on scout, whatever you fucking pronounce his name. I thought they played really good. I thought they were gonna beat you guys too as well. So they really play good.
Did.
But they changed this lineup. I guess they were a little bit worse than.
You nearly lost against Nico, man. You nearly lost against fucking Nico. Oh my god.
Yeah, but we had a safe Prem spot, so we didn't care.
What, you trashing Nico, man?
What's
He's
the
the
problem with
nation's
Nico?
champion.
Oh my god, that guy's a retard.
He's legit.
Wow.
He's kind of retarded.
All the friends say he's a beast, and he is. Like, even in the games.
No, I'm talking about
played,
how he talks in game and in game. Like his yeah.
How is he talking in game? I don't even know.
I don't know. He just talks a lot of shit.
Yeah, you talk more than you know.
Yeah.
Just a certain soldier.
Call him up like that.
A certain soldier from Wales, when he first came onto the scene, talked a lot of shit. Mike used to have a terrible reputation for being a whiny little kid. Now he's just a whiny little man, but that could be the same for Nico as well. He's clearly got the ability, the talent. He could be the next big thing. We could be looking for Nico to save us from North Americans come next summer. But in terms of the playoffs, then the Rollerbladers went straight through, having won that upper or that winners game, and Cool Clan managed to beat eShock surprising a lot of people. Although the game was DDoS right at the end, it was sort of sucky that way. But off the back of that, then we know the 8 teams that are in the Premiership, BK and Cool Clan taking a 7th and 8th spot. But running it down from the top, we're going to have Main Call, Phoenix, formerly TCM, 425, GG Well Played, Furbo Pandas, and is that it? Am I missing somebody?
Zero Bates.
Oh, yeah, we said you're BK, man, right?
Yeah.
Pick one name or pick a tag that matches your actual name.
Well,
Please
the tag is
BK
not after. You don't even know what BK stands for, though. That's kind of
People said it was Burger King, but is that true?
Everyone believes that, but no, it's not.
Oh well, tell us, man. You know, spill the beans. The fans demand it. What if we get everyone to spam their cappas and clappers in Twitch chat, and Knutsson will tell us what BK means.
No, you figure it out, then I can say if it's correct or not. Time to shut up.
Okay. Well, we'll talk a little bit about how the rosters have changed, I guess, since that tournament. GG Well Played, maybe the most interesting. They picked up the 2 Lithuanian scouts that had sort of propelled Lithuania up through those nations rankings, Starsky, aka Nuki, and Nighthawk. And now, as soon as that had happened, days later, Nighthawk decides he wants to quit gaming and has uninstalled TF2 immediately after that bronze match. So I don't know exactly what's happening. Did they cut their old scouts, Atomic and MSH? Or are they still in the roster? What the fuck's going on? Does anybody know? CommanderX, you're like tight with the Russians.
I don't know. All I know is Forsaken always complains he has stupid scouts, and then he picks up 2 of the stupidest scouts I've ever seen. Who all they do is go forward.
Man, they're deadly.
I think Starsky's
I don't know.
really
it's just a mixed message I get from Forsaken when all he says he complains about how his scouts are okay, but they just make dumb decisions all the time. And then he picks up these people.
I think you go.
Forsaken was like super unhappy with the performance of his scouts. I have like random one-off conversations with Forsaken, despite the fact I don't think he likes me, but for some reason he decides to tell me stuff every now and then. And yeah, he was like really unsatisfied with the play of his scouts. I mean, he always has been really like, the amount of times MSH has been cut and then rejoined the roster is like unprecedented. But with Atomic, it wasn't that he was stupid, it was that he played stupid without any real like DM excellence to back it up. And he was like problematic in team discussions and this sort of thing, like trying to fix problems and come up with ways to approach situations. And he was very negative in his approach to this and like being a naysayer and this sort of thing. So even though those Lithuanian scouts are probably not the smartest, they had bigger room to grow and they didn't have any like kind of back chat that Forsaken wanted to get rid of. Like, I don't know what the deal is with MSH, but I know that he full on removed Atomic from the roster. MSH is just going to be forever his whipping boy, I think, who's going to let him cut him over and over again and then play whenever it doesn't work out.
Got some gossip.
So they bring in Nighthawk instead of Atomic.
Nighthawk quit already, so he's gone.
Yeah,
he joined them and quit the day after.
Yeah, I think Starsky's a really, really good scout. From what I've seen of him in the few maps that I've spec'd, I think
is he sheepy level though?
Probably not sheepy level. Probably not sheepy level. Don't know.
I just heard this from Kaya to Salt. Reckons that Vanny, former Saints player, has trialed for GG Well Play today, and they're looking to go international.
What, a scout?
I find that hard to believe on Kaya.
As scout?
Like, Vanny, like Vanilla played scout before in Team Soul, and they were prem as well, but I don't know if it's the right move for them to actually go international. Because like, if you think about people like Shadowburn who can barely speak English, I don't think it will help them at all too much.
Yeah, I think the way it was working with their Lithuanian scouts as well, Starsky doesn't speak the best Russian, but Nighthawk was able to listen to the Russian comms and call for him. So maybe if they did pick up an international player and they all spoke in English, is that better or worse? I don't know. But
didn't CX had an experience once, I think, playing with these guys.
Oh yeah, I played in the Ukrainian team, and like I played with what was his name? I can't remember his name now, but it's Ukrainian Blade. You know, remember Blade?
Oh yeah.
I played in a team with Blade and like IDNK, and it was kind of like a, I guess, top Div 1 low prem team or whatever. And I was for medic, so obviously I spoke English, so they had to convert from Ukrainian or Russian or whatever they speak to English. And the only people who could like one of the scouts could understand English, and Blade could speak English. and Sickless could understand English. So every time I called something, Blade would just then translate what I say and then we do it. And that was main calling to people who can't understand you. It was
like
awful.
those interviews you see on the StarCraft streams when they're trying to translate from the Korean back and forth.
Like that, except you're playing a live 6v6 game at the same time.
Delightful. Flushy, I'm going to give you a chance to give us a little monologue here. Tell us about the rise of Phoenix, aka TCM, aka Druids.
We're having a lot of problems with our server. We're having a lot of problems with our server at the moment, and basically all we needed from a sponsor was a measly server. So if we can't even get that from Phoenix, I think we might have to go back to TCM. But yeah,
go back to TCM. Team Cooler Monday or the actual.
Shout out to Mindy. Oh yeah, I guess this is a good place to drop that. We've picked up Tutorial as a mascot since he was kicked from his last team, Skay's team, and Skay and 5 other people went off and basically formed a new team and left him alone. We sort of felt sorry for him, so we thought. Well, I think there were some problems with Tutorial in game. I don't really want to comment on that, but
I want you to comment on that.
I can't believe the Tutorial drama actually made Fully Charged. This is
this is pretty low, man. I know, that's why I don't want to comment on it, man. Anyway, Tutorial got cut, so we felt sorry for him, and we picked him up on mascot. So Tutorial's going to play Prem with us next season. Yep.
Would you let him play?
Yeah, man. If Sheepy's not available, and then Tommy's not available, and then Haffy's not available, and then any other scout in Prem teams that aren't playing there that aren't available, and then any other Div 1 scout teams, like scouts that aren't playing aren't available, then Tutorial can play, man.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Me and Sam played with him in the Highlander team, and he can be a bit of a drama queen at times, but I enjoyed following the drama thread on eTFTL about his team kicking him and whatever, forming a new team. What the fuck, Tutorial? But I want you to sort of tell me about how this roster that you're playing with right now came together and what you've achieved so far and what you hope to achieve in season 19.
No, like Kayla said, PCW results don't count for shit, and it's the officials where you got to make it count. So far, we haven't really done that much, to be honest. We've got a pretty strong scout pairing at the moment. I think the strength in our team is genuinely our scouts, Sheepy and Haffycool. Haffycool, some Icelandic dude we picked up a couple of weeks ago. Got a really strong scout pairing, so I think we should be mid-table next season. I don't know. I don't think we have too much to lose going into next season.
Can you tell me who is Smzi? Does anyone know?
Smzi's some Swiss dude, Swiss dude, and I think he was there quite early in the inception of the team. He's kind of he's a really good roamer. I don't think he's as experienced as people like Rising, but he gets the job done. So he's a good player.
I've let you talk about your team. Now I want to hear what anyone else has to say about TCM, Phoenix, Druids, whatever you want to call them.
I got surprised the first time we played them. I didn't really think they were going to be something. I thought like old school people getting back to the game and trying to have some fun, but they surprised me.
Sorry, bro.
Was it a good surprise
that's a good,
a bad like, oh shit, I dropped 10 Ubers surprise?
I didn't drop 10 versus them, only 4. It was against the mix I dropped like, what, almost. No, what is it, 9? No, 8. Like that.
It was a lot of Ubers that were dropped that game.
Yeah. Sam, you played some long games against them, such as the Logjam Cup.
Yeah.
How do you rate these kids? Do they have what it takes to compete in the Prem?
Obviously, yeah. Like they get decent results in, so they can play Prem, surely. I think they're also like probably one of the better teams this season, so I guess they will finish like playoff spot.
Yeah, that's interesting. Something we should talk about as well, because obviously the ETF2 admins
That's very kind, Samsy.
changed it up, and it's going to be only top 3 makes playoffs, but they're going to do it all in one day or something. Is that it?
Yeah.
So it's like some Sunday in November. It's going to be just orgasmic TF2, but only 3 teams can now make the playoffs. So with fewer playoff spots, who are you predicting top 3 then, Samsy? Will be Main Call, BK, and Phoenix?
Well, I didn't know that there's only 3 teams, so I was like kind of counting on 4 teams, but yeah, I still stand by it. Like, it will be those 3 then, like us, BK, and unless some team like horribly chokes or anything.
What about the Frenchies, you know, we're all forgetting about them?
Yeah, that's what I'm like kind of bothered, like the Frenchies or like Phoenix will be the third spot, I guess.
Has anyone actually, have you guys PCW against the Frenchies, Samsy?
Played them tonight.
How was it go?
We actually drew both maps against them.
Oh wow, okay. Wow. That's a pretty strong result for them. Yeah, it's good.
They're number 1 already, shit. Panic.
I played them as well and lost. But you know, Captain Hax's bind game was incredible.
Was strong.
He kept mocking my dodging, you know, and it just got to my head. I fell apart there.
What was the score? What was the score with Cool Clan? Admirable.
I think we lost 5-0, 5-0, but we were without bunkers. Who did we have? Oh, we had F2 on Pocket. He did a great job. Thank F2.
We're playing demo next season for Lego.
It wasn't enough. Let me think how to approach this. I'd like to hear your sort of predictions of how you think the table's going to finish. You know, like for the end of the season. You know, I'm going to throw it over to Knutsson there. What do you know? How much you know about these 8 teams that have made it into Prem, and what do you think the final standings are going to be, or at least who's going to make it to playoffs?
No, I think it's going to be Main Call and us, of course, at the top there. The third place is kind of I don't know. It could be between 3 teams. I think 425 really set it up, and Fennings team, I really think they are playing solid every time we play them. And then we have the French guys. I thought they were going to be in the top there, but people like talking they are not really playing the potential, so I'm not really sure. We haven't played them yet. That's the only team we haven't played, so I want to play them and see how they are before I say something. But I really thought it was going to be the French, us, and Main Call. But you never know with 425 and FedEx. That's how I see it.
What about the teams below there? There's a lot of competition between the sort of bottom 5, I guess.
I just need to put up the tables then, so I see all the
Have you played against everybody in the Prem by now? Has everybody played each other? I don't think I've played TCM yet, or we have a game booked this week. Maybe we cancelled.
Yeah, our apologies. I think we're playing you guys on Thursday. Admirable.
Yeah, that could be right.
Yeah, good scheduling, bro. Yeah. I think I'd go with Knutsson's prediction. Probably Main Call first, BK second. I think if you're looking at the teams rosters on paper, I think like by far Frenchies are favourites to take third place. And then like I really rate the Russian teams. I think they've been quite sort of underrated, quite sort of I don't know, they slipped underneath the radar. I think 425 are a really good team. I think GG well played with Death on Demo are a really solid team. So I expect them to do quite well in Prem as well. Maybe get some maps against BK and Frenchies. Yeah.
But you never know what GG will play though. That's like sometimes they're really good and sometimes they're really not good.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I don't really like unstable teams. I'd rather go for stable teams because then you know what you get. So I think you're gonna beat them, that's for sure. 425 is gonna be close now. And then it's going to be Cool Clan, GG well play, Admirable. I don't know. Cool Clan, yeah, I think you're going to be, I don't know. Can you beat Admirable?
Yeah, we beat them sometimes in practice, but you know, PCW results,
I think it's
what does
going
it
to be
mean?
between you two in the bottom.
I think that's fair.
That's my prediction.
We've got the potential.
425, they're quite sort of hit and miss as well. Like they'll play really really good one day and then just troll the fuck out of you for like 2 whole PCWs, and you're just like, what the fuck is this? This is a complete waste of time. But they're actually capable of playing really really good TF2. And I think Dicker on medic is a really good medic. But I think he's probably one of the stronger medics in Prem.
As long as they play with the demo, they're going to be fine. If you ask me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I suppose a little bit of a backstory to the way the Russian teams have ended up at the start of the season. This was known before the Invitational, but Death ended up leaving his comrades at 425 because he didn't think they could contend and joined GG Well Played, and then 425 ended up picking up GDK, the Russian flake who always decides to play TF2 at the start of the season and then leaves a few weeks later. So it's interesting to see how that's going to work out. But they do have Kenzie back as well on 425, so they are definitely looking fairly formidable.
Yeah,
the
GDK is really fucking sick. He's fucking sick on demo.
If they play like Immunity, I think they're going to do really great.
I feel like the fact that obviously I'm just making this up or putting it onto GDK, but the fact that he's been scorned by his old team, maybe that's drive him a little bit to play better, because he has been doing well for 425. CommanderX and kaidus, you're sitting there quiet. What are your views? I know you guys are maybe a little bit detached from the scene.
I don't think
CX been working a lot. In kaidus, you're not playing, but what are your views on how the top 3 could finish, or any positions in the league season 19?
It'll be main call, then BK, then LBC, then NX and the Russians, and then you guys, and then
Cool Clan,
bottom. Yeah, you guys, Cool Clan. But yeah, it'll be those 3 at the top, pretty much, for sure, I reckon. Unless something goes horribly wrong.
I think that's fair. But I mean, I think mid-table could be interesting. I think teams will be getting maps off each other, for sure.
Yeah, Sam, sitting up there in your ivory tower, you're the team that's tipped to take it. Looking down, who do you see below you in second and third and beyond?
I think I answered it like 3 times already in this episode, so once again, it's gonna be BK, Frenchies, and Phoenix. I'm not sure who will take third, so either Phoenix or the Frenchies, but the rest is probably fixed. But yeah, like lower end, I don't know. 425 probably being the strongest team, and then the rest is just kinda same level. I mean, GG Well Played doesn't even have a full roster yet, so
we're gonna schedule our official against you guys when Kyler's having his cheese dinner or some shit like that and take a default win.
Wait. They're just gonna start the game and then pause and wait for 2 hours.
Exactly.
So it's not gonna work for you, really.
Yeah, some drama from the cup there. It's slightly abusing the rules, perhaps. Maybe you guys didn't clean the default, though, but Ips definitely would have had the shoe being in the other foot,
And we wouldn't have been taking the default. We were just messing with them. But it's easier. They get annoyed when we're having the golden fucking cat. What is it called? Overtime. Golden cat, whatever. And then he just goes bananas about that. That annoys me.
Yeah, I don't know what he was on about there.
Even Admirable was joining our
we didn't really understand
what's going on, and we were already ready and waiting for them. That's like, so much hate to us guys. I don't like you guys. Too much hate.
So we'll take a look at the week 1 fixtures then. The first game that's going to be played is tomorrow. It's BK versus LBC. Obviously, week 1 maps, Badlands, and Process. Anybody care to venture a prediction?
BK are gonna get fucking destroyed.
Hell no!
I have no idea.
See, so much hate.
I was like in the grand final and the other game. Did BK and Menkel play earlier in the cup, right? Not just in the grand final.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly thought BK could have won these matches, and not because they're the better team or have the better players, but because Menkel kind of showed them a weakness. But I didn't know at the time. You're calling, right, Knutsson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you were calling at the time, but I'm not joking or trying to troll you, but I think that's the reason why you didn't seize like these advantages, because you're not like a seasoned main caller or whatever. Because I noticed a lot like I don't know, you win matches in one of 2 ways. You either like force the issue and just win like scrappy fights, or you play tight and kind of pounce on advantages that you get. And it was like when you got advantages, you stalled and you were like not always willing to follow up on these advantages, and then when the fights got really tight, you always lost out just by a little bit. So I don't know. I think it's too early. I think it's too early for BK to win this fixture. But I think they could do later in the season. But I think they need to kind of work on. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know what like their style is going to be. If they're going to be this like with Zebasai on Scout, like I get the impression they will be this dirty team. They'll just take dirty fights all the time and play it this way. But I don't know. It looked like in this match there was a kind of like a conflict because you weren't playing risky, but then when you got advantages, you weren't clinical with them. So I don't know. I think the Frenchies are they're gonna have too much at this stage. But I think if you can get around this problem, then like come playoff time and this sort of thing, you could overtake. But I think for now, it's unfortunate for you guys that you got this fixture this early in the season.
I think you guys should just release Zebazai at any opportunity and just get him to kill stuff.
And he's doing his own shit. When I got full Uber advantage, he still wants to go for the medic on last when he has spawns. That's how he plays. But yeah, I understand you, kaidus, because I tried that with what you're talking about, and then no one was watching, everyone was hiding, so people just bombed me. So I've been playing like more passive, as you're talking about. I let my team go in, and then I follow afterwards, which is wrong. I agree with you.
I think this is maybe your best chance to take some points against LBC. Because right at the start of the season, even though people are starting to get a feel for the way BK are playing, with Zebasai always going behind and getting this string of one-on-ones with every idiot that wants to follow him, like towards the later parts of the season, and this happened the last time Zebasai played Scout, people started to figure out that it was a bit of a gimmick. I think you guys could have a strong start, but the wheels might start to come off a little bit.
Last time Zeba played Scout, he was just on a dog poop team that wanted to kill themselves every time they launched TF2 in the evening. I think that played a pretty big part in it as well. And Zebo in turn wanted to kill himself every time. Yeah, like that team just fizzled out so hard. And I'm pretty sure Zebo lost the will to live, as did the rest of us.
I think it's going to be a different story this time.
Well, Zebo's playing with Scandinavians now, so he's going to be happy no matter what happens.
Tell us a little bit about AMS as well. We didn't touch on that, but he seems to have slotted in very quickly to your team despite not really having that Prem experience.
Yeah, I'm really happy with him, how he plays and shit. I can see some things he needs to work on, but overall, mainly, it's not much. He just needs some experience. He just needs to see himself a little bit. If he can't, then we will help him, of course. But mostly when we are exchanging like that, sometimes he overextend. That's the only thing that I can really see. But I don't blame him. I like it because we're an aggressive team, so he suits us really.
There was one map we played against you guys. I think he had 34 deaths as pocket.
You mean tonight?
No, not tonight, not tonight. Like in the past, I think it was on a Viaduct map or something. It might have been in that Invitational Cup.
That's the strategy though. And then Happy runs away, remember?
Oh, that one, yeah.
That'd be that Uber advantage gained.
Stack it up though, guys. Like, go player for player here.
I think BK are fucking solid. I think it's a tasty encounter tomorrow. I think it could go either way, really. I'm gonna go 1-1.
Oh yeah, we really messy tomorrow. Holy shit! Yeah,
it's gonna be really messy, but I think LBC will win.
Sam's the prediction, bro.
Let me ask you.
One map each. Go with it as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can draw.
Yeah, that's in the TF2, right?
Well, it's been so long since the last league season, we all forgot.
It is probably the biggest fixture this week, but like, let me ask you then, player for player, like Bull versus Knutsson, who's got the edge? We've got the rookie medic against the more experienced French medic. Are you scared?
I got 12 drops, so I feel comfortable.
Neither medic has the advantage.
If Bull's team plays good, then Bull has the advantage, but if Bull's team plays bad, then Knutsson's going to hold it together better, I think.
If BK plays shit, I'm going to have disadvantage. If we play really good, then I have disadvantage. Kind of.
Well, no, because like you're used to being terrible, so like when things go bad, you just take it on the chin. But I think Bull can get to him a bit when it goes bad.
I think Bull's a really good medic.
Yeah, he's.
I haven't really played with him that much, but I think he's a really good medic.
Bull was my only light besides Rising at I-52. Just gonna throw it out there.
Nice. I think it's gonna come down to the scouts. like
what about the
Zebasai
soldiers
against
here, man? You
people.
know, I'm setting you up. You've got Tech and T-Mike. We've been playing together since forever. They're both pretty incredible. And then on the other side, you get AMS, who's the sort of unknown quantities, the rising talent, and Zabas, who's the switch onto Rover. Like, he's going to be totally mauled by soldiers.
It's hard to call out Ems, though, you know. This is his first season. But Tech is really, really great, so it's hard to beat him.
It depends how warmed up, really, like Tech and T-Mac are, like how much they've been playing recently.
T-Mac seems to be quite on form at the minute.
Yeah,
T-Mac is not playing today as well, so maybe he's even going to be playing, I don't even know. But I gotta ask then, of course, the scout pairings. Zebasai has been putting out some incredible stats. The way he's been playing, he's like 40 frags, 10k damage in a lot of games. Is he going to be able to... I mean, are the French going to be able to hold a candle to that? Like, I think at the minute it's Demul and Flippy as their starters. They have Flip FL1P on the bench, but in my mind, he should be replacing one of those two. Maybe Demul. Call out Demul. I see you in Twitch.
Just for another week, I think Flip will step in. He's busy at the moment. At least that's what I've heard from Rising. Yeah, that's what I've heard from Rising.
That's incredible. Our team's going to be so sick if that happens. I didn't think he was going to play. I thought he was just like a backup or like, you know, getting your friends on the roster kind of thing. I didn't know he was actually going to come in at one point.
Yeah, should be good.
GG.
Okay. I tried to hype this game up as much as possible. It is happening tomorrow. We will be casting it. I can't tell you who's going to be casting. But then the next game...
Can Sheepy come onto the show and cast it with me?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I can do it if it's a real option.
Oh yeah, CX and Sheepy. Okay, done.
That's not quite what I meant, but okay.
Alright, the next game that looks interesting is going to be 425 versus GG. Well played. Give me your thoughts. Who's going to take it? Russian Derby.
425.
425.
425.
I think GG Well Played will take it.
I think 425. Just for the reason that GG Well Played still doesn't have a full roster. They still need a scout.
And they beat them in the cup too, the Invitational. Yep. Twice, I think. No, wait. GG Well Played beat them in the first round and then they beat them in the...
Yeah.
So it's super close actually, yeah. I can't call that one too easily. That game's going to be happening on Thursday, but before then there will be Cool Clan versus Main Call.
Oh boy!
What a game!
Any predictions? Anybody know what's going to happen?
It could really go either way, except Main Call win every time.
I think we're actually gonna go 2-0 down or something stupid, then just fight it back. Like,
I actually had the same.
expecting.
Like, I thought the same. Like at first, I reckon they could drop a few rounds at the start.
Is Bonkers playing now? Like, is he back from wherever he was?
Yeah, he didn't show up today though. We had to get a sub for him, or he did show up 10 minutes late and then said he couldn't play. But hopefully he's going to be looking to play in the official on Wednesday. But I suppose a bit of background to this Cool Clan team. It's me, Walters, Denny, and Smear. 2 Saints players there, and 2 Polish sort of unknowns. Bunkers playing Pocket, and Framello, the Highlander sniper superstar, playing Roamer. So we got a big mix of talent there, but we just about scraped it into the Prem, so definitely the underdogs in this fixture. I have to back Main Call as well, but we're going to pull out all the retarded strats, man. We've been warming up our back burner pyros, double spies, everything. You're getting fucked, Sam.
If like, what percentage of Walter's capacity do you think he's playing at the moment?
100.
Are you serious? You think he's playing at like the best that he's ever played?
Yes.
His legendary status. Yeah, you know, a lot of people have right at Walters over recent seasons. Like, it's a long time since his heyday. I still believe. That's why I wanted to play with him again.
Yeah.
But I've seen him pull out some really strong performances in the last few weeks. We've only been together for like 2 weeks, I suppose. But I think he's got a lot more to give, yeah. So I'm going to say about 75.
I agree. I think he's got more to give. And if he gets up to anywhere near like where he was, and he was the best scout in Europe, like in the days of Epsilon, so if he gets anywhere near that sort of level, I don't
You
know.
reckon that Walters was a better scout than Stefan or Cookie when he was actually playing in Epsilon?
No, it was a little bit before then, before that sort of time. Walters was the best in Europe.
Right, so who did he face? Vikun and Greg?
Probably not.
That's fine.
Greg was good. I have no comments on Vikun. I have no comment.
Okay. Yeah, main call looking like the favorite to take that game then. But then Ferber Pandas are playing Phoenix. That was supposed to be Sunday, but now I see it's changed to Thursday. Is that
Yeah, we're
confirmed,
gonna play
Flushy?
it Thursday. Yeah, we're gonna play it Thursday, 21. Yeah.
Okay, so there's going to be 2 games then. We'll try and get 2 streams up for that one. Touch wood. But I'll start with the predictions and say that Ferber Pandas are looking at a little shaky now. Even though I haven't played Phoenix, they seem to be the favourites. I'm going to give it to them 2 maps.
Yeah, both maps for Phoenix.
Are Ferber Pandas trying, or are they just like playing?
Well, I think they are
they seem to be.
trying, but like look at the roster. I think they're probably gonna get outclassed on most positions, to be honest.
They had some roster problems.
What is their roster?
They had some roster problems at the start of the season, so I think it was sort of there was a little bit of period. There was a time period where they didn't even know if they wanted to play the other season. But I mean, they're still a good team. They've still got good solis.
We didn't really talk about them. Can someone just confirm to me what their roster is?
Yeah. It's Kisakala on Medic, Zub on Pocket, Mookie on Roma, Hildriff on Demo, and Furbo and Razor's Edge on Scoot.
Oh, Razor's Edge.
There you go.
Who was it? Who was it
that
last
English
season?
guy trying out? Oh, they had Lazy Bear and
Tracker,
yeah.
And then one more Yang Pai
and somebody else.
Yeah, Yang Pai came in towards the end of last season.
Right, okay.
And then left.
Yeah, okay. They're gonna lose.
It's when they had Yang Pai, I think, and was it Lazy Bear? They looked decent.
Like, has anyone seen Furbo play, like, since he's come back? Because he was looking pretty, like, good, potentially, before he quit.
Yeah, I think he's getting back in shape, actually. So he will do alright, I guess.
And Razor's Edge is, like, renowned as unstoppable from that one Metalworks game 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, they had a lot of problems with connections today when we played against them, so I'm not sure if that's going to impact their official. But
they're always Zub's whining about ping a lot.
And like Zub made the decision, or maybe BK made the decision for him, but he was talked about as somebody who could have joined to fill that pocket spot. He came to you. Oh, yeah. Give us the inside track here. He wanted to leave Ferber Pandas. He asked you, could he play?
No. Probably no.
Are you denying it now? You just said the opposite, mate.
Yeah, he came to us. He wanted to try.
Yeah, to be honest, I think like Zub is a really good player, and I think his talent kind of goes to waste in that team. Like, I know he's friends with all these guys because he knows them from like previous Highlander season and stuff, but I think he actually would deserve like a better team. And yeah,
same with Furbo.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Are we talking about
same
Zub?
with Hildreth?
Yeah, Zub.
Yeah, Zub.
Yeah. When I was going to play this season, I was really, really fucking keen to pick Zub up. I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure. Like, did he just decide not to leave Ferber Pandas? Because I know that Zebo was talking about getting him at one point. Did he just decide to stay loyal, or did that just never materialize?
We didn't pick him.
You didn't pick him?
Yeah, because of reasons.
Ah, fair enough.
Did you just want to main call Knutsson? You didn't want Zub main calling?
No, he didn't main call when he was playing with us, really. I was hoping that he would like be the second main call because I'm not used to it, and Pocket needs to kind of call a little bit as well. You can't have a mute Pocket only. But yeah, there was some troubles there. What?
Was he too quiet for you?
Or? Too quiet? Well, he was actually talking to me and asked if he could suicide. I never heard him, so we were standing there 10 minutes basically, and he just died because I couldn't hear him. His mic was kind of shit when he played with us.
His mic is not great.
Yeah,
I feel like
he's really quiet.
Yeah, we didn't understand him. I never heard him either when he was saying something, so I didn't know anything, and that's one of the biggest reasons.
He's got sick DM. Like you gotta if there's a player in Pocket with sick DM, you just gotta give that team some respect because they can always sort of make something happen.
Yeah, but that's why we picked hands. Yeah. He's kind of offering the same thing as Sue because when Ems is feeling really great, he's actually calling some stuff. He's actually like, pop me, I can do this, and then I pop, and he goes, and he's doing it. He just need that. He just needs to feel comfortable every single time. When he plays a little bit worse, he might just not feel as comfortable, so then that disappear a little bit. He just need to feel comfortable in the season, and we will do fine.
I think Zub is a player that would kind of need time to gel with the people in a team. Not really the play style, but like when I watched when I was like considering making a team, I was watching a VOD of Yang Pies when they took the golden cap against they got to golden cap against EBC. Not for any particular reason other than I wanted to see if Yang Pai actually spoke English. Turns out he doesn't, by the way. But like, I was really like surprised by how much Zub was calling and how chatty he was, because he's always struck me as quite a quiet guy. But I think he just needs like some time to get to know people, and then like he actually becomes quite vocal, which is probably the biggest flaw people see in his game. So like, I'm not saying you guys made a mistake, because I don't know anything about AMS, quite honestly, but I think if he's not in a legit like playoff contending team next season, it's going to be a real shame for the scene.
Well, we thought it was a problem. If you can't hear what he's saying, then yeah, that was like a big thing there, to be honest, to it. He was talking and calling a little bit, really supporting the way I wanted, the way we wanted, I guess. Just that people didn't hear him.
Yeah, it's interesting, like what you're saying about AMS as well. I find it quite refreshing having picked up these two Polish players that, you know, maybe don't have the fully formed idea of how they should play, that they're very willing to try new things, or they're quite adaptive as well. So if you're like coming in there, Knutsson, as putting yourself in as the caller, having a pocket that's not going to like override you, or whatever, that might be favorable for you as well, like somebody that's just going to listen to you and take your word for it.
Exactly, that's why we like Ems too, because he's new to this, so we can actually form him after the team. That's the idea with smzi's choice here as well. And I'm the new medic too, so it kind of suits there, so it's going to be better when we get it together.
What was behind your decision to go medic anyway? Was it just obviously everyone else was changing up their class and whatever? Was that the only spot left, or did you actually have a passion?
Yeah, I'm too shit. I need to play medic. Is that how you see it? No, at LAN actually, smzi was talking about making a new team or whatever, making a team for them, because smzi wants to play scout and smzi wants to play soldier. And then they asked me, and I said, well, no, I'm gonna quit. I can't play soldier anymore because of my back. I need to get my back to normal, start working full time next year and stuff like that. And I don't want to spend a lot of hours and be in pain because I can't work and stuff like that. I'd rather work than playing video games. So they said, yeah, well, you can go medic. And I was like, yeah, I can try that. And I tried it, and it's working fine. I don't need to be in DM servers and do like that. So better for me.
Yeah, it's been an hour, or just over an hour. We're going to start to wrap things up. We've had our predictions for week 1. We've heard where we think the teams could finish in the Premiership. No doubt we'll see some upsets throughout the season. I think it's actually turned out to be a better season than a lot of people might have expected.
10
even
times
though
better, man.
Main Call are right up there at the top. I think it's very competitive. Like, it's even hard to separate that mid-table to lower table. I think there's a lot of variability there, depending on how various rosters work out and if teams progress or not. But I'm really looking forward to playing in it and maybe even casting a game or two. Kaidus, you're going to be casting more frequently?
Definitely, as long as there's not Champions League games on. So only on Thursdays.
Priorities.
The champions!
CX, we can expect to see you as well, I hope.
Yeah, sure.
What's happening with that work schedule, buddy, you know? You need to sort your priorities out, mate.
It's fine, but then I'm going away to America until like Tuesday.
Oh yeah, when is GXL happening?
I leave on the 7th, I think. No, I leave on the 8th. I go to Bones' mum's house for a night, and then we fly out the next morning.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah, there's a few events coming up. GXL, of course, is going to be an incredible spread to go. not sure how well Europe are going to be represented, but I know that CommanderX has been fucking trying his ass off in practice. This guy is actually turning into a real proper demo man.
At least 3 sick pipes, and I'm not going to shut up about them until the next GXL. That's my plan.
For a few weeks there, man, you've been trying hard, like.
Yeah, you must stop streaming
on your
for a
demo
bit.
man grind.
I think we're going to get sick computers as well. We're going to be like 120 hertz and nice desktops as well. But yeah, if you want to watch, I think the actual Bring Your Own Computer tournament is on Saturday the 11th, and I think the CEVO finals are the night before on Friday. I think like Street Hoops, all the top teams mix up. Friday Tech, Exertus, all going to be there as well.
When's this?
Next Friday.
I just
CEVO finals, isn't it? I think.
The 5th? No,
sorry, the one after. For 10th of October, CEVO finals at GXL.
Is there like a separate tournament at GXL as well?
Yeah, there's a Bring Your Own Computer tournament on the Saturday, like 1-day tournament, and then CEVO is on the Friday, it's separate.
Yeah, but are these invite teams going to play in this GXL tournament?
Yes,
as well.
Yeah.
That was the big drama,
right? So I can play in both, I think.
So that's going to actually be an incredible weekend.
Yes.
Because, like...
Watch me take down Protech single-handedly.
Oh god, yeah, you're going to be there. I forgot about that. That's just disgusting. I have actually a sick team offer for you, CommanderX. We'll talk about it later. It's in Div 4.
Do I get to be Demo Man again?
Your true calling on Pocket.
Oh, sweet. I can live for that.
Yeah, as well as that, then 2 weeks after GXL, there's going to be the Lithuanian LAN. It's being titled Beetalan, whatever. That's on the Friday the 24th of October. I've signed up to go. I'm going to go and play in a team with Mike. Hopefully he'll carry me to victory. But there's a lot of Europeans deciding to go. Dr. Leon's got a team. There's a whole load of Scandies going.
Are you going?
Who's going as well with me? Yeah, I'm going to be there, man.
Nice, dude.
I'm going to play, not even going to cast. It's going to be sick. We're going to live like kings in Lithuania for a weekend. But that one is something to put on your schedule as well. Of course, ETFTL Season 19 is underway as of yesterday, Sunday even. That was the start of week 1. We're going to see the first games in Premiership played tomorrow. Division 1's even looking pretty good. We could have left time to talk about it, but I know John wants to go to bed, so maybe at a later date. But I'm sure we'll have another fully charged maybe in 2 weeks' time. Maybe before or after GXL.
No, yeah, Lego, man. Lego.
No.
Give me your Div 1 predictions then. We've got time for that at least. I'll read out the teams that are in attendance. Team : aka Coast to Coast. E-Shock. There's a Israeli team, Safari. Animate, that's Fragmented's team. Hello Kitty Ninjas. Those are the guys that wanted to go Prem but didn't even get a shot in the playoffs. You bastard admins. C-Play. Feeling Blue in that team. More Germans. Lego with their totally revamped roster, and the MIPC organization in there, you know. Hawks, smzi. Anybody got any inkling as to who's going to finish maybe top 3 in Div 1?
E-Shock's going to win, and I don't know anything about anything else.
I predict Lego, E-Shock, C-Play, and then 8th probably Team : or Coast to Coast.
8th? You got some beef with these kids, man.
Not at all. I just think they're bad.
Fair enough. That's your professional opinion. Yeah, I like the look of E-Shock. I think Team : have some potential.
Nah.
Maybe place them 3rd just to counteract what Flushy said. And the new Lego roster, I think we lost to them 5-0 last week, or whenever we were getting ready for the playoffs, so I'm going to have to put them in at 2nd for sure. Anyone else got any thoughts on Div 1, or does nobody give it a fuck?
E-Shock will win, and then the other teams will play some TF2.
Glorious. Everybody get hyped for Season 20 as well, you know, got to keep that flogging that dead horse. Apparently ETFTL are working on an amazing Season 20, so you should definitely keep playing TF2 to LAN mates. Yeah, Sonny Black, the ball is in your court, please deliver. But I think that's all we got for tonight. The Highlander Open, John, that's been wrapped up. I think there's going to be a cast of that from STV Demos. I think they didn't cast it live or something. John? Oh, Wednesday. We're going to have a stream then. Check that out. And yeah, I've got nothing else to say for now. Thanks to our guests, Flushy, Knutsson, smzi, and of course our panelists, kaidus, CommanderX, and John, the cameraman. Thanks to me, and thanks to War.
Cheers, lads.
Hope you're okay. That's all
Shout
for
out to
tonight.
everyone.
Shout it out, show some love here, everybody. Shout it out.
Shout out to Mindy. Shout out to Ramagan. Shout out to MTB for being a retard. That's it.
Matthew, BK, everyone else. That's about Ips for not showing up. Fucking weak guy. You should be.
Yeah, where's Ips, man?
Yeah.
Fucking Ips. Where is he?
He's chatting now. He's talking about my lamp. He says it's beautiful.
He's scared of Knutsson after he got put in his place on that interview and then the Invitational.
I was so ready for this. I wrote fucking a huge fucking paper. All my wall behind me. It's all about bullshitting, trash talking to apes. So it's ready for next show.
Right. Shout out to Redjug and shout out to Ellie.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Fade Step.
Shout out to Admirable.
Shout out to pickup.net for sponsoring our shirts. We really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, those T-Zex shirts are sick, man.
Yeah, gotta represent. Gotta look like a real organisation going over to America.
That's it then. Cut it, John.